were different once. We fought, drank, and loved as mortal beings. But our world changed and we faced a stark choice. Alter our bodies or perish. Yet survival is not the same as life. Now we are prisoners of the armor that binds us and the dust that sustains us. We must drain dust, drain energy, or die. Where is our honor now, Lords of the Amber Plains? And what matters more, to reclaim our honor or sustain our bodies?
Hello guys, and welcome to a new series today by me, Vulcan. Today we have Endless Legend on the channel, and for those of you familiar, you will know that I am playing the Dust Lords, and for those of you unfamiliar, well, Endless Legend is basically a game much like Civilization. It's a very complex game in its mechanics, and hopefully I'll be able to show it off to the best of my ability after playing through 3 total campaigns in my own time. So we are going to be just playing it on normal for my first campaign on the channel. We are playing against 6 players, I think. Actually, there might be 6 including me, so 5 other players, and everything else is pretty standard. So I'll leave all of the information about the setup to the campaign in the description. But as you can see, we are going to be playing as the Dust Lords. So, going to quickly jump my men out to see what's going on. Just splitting up the army to find the best place to settle. Just clearing as much fog of war as I can. So we're going to probably settle in the zone in which we started. Now it's just a matter of choosing the location. Now I have to think about this in advance, that if I go down techs which enable me to take advantage of water very well, then I might as well just go and put the settlement next to water. Well, not directly next to the water because I won't gain the bonuses straight away. However, if I do it like a tile away from the water, by the time I've researched the stuff that will give me bonuses from the water, I can tile towards it. So we're basically looking for a settlement that's going to give us the most dust. Dust is basically gold or energy. So that's what I'm looking for here by skirting around my settlement. We want to kind of settle in the first turn. So I think what I might do is go for probably there. It has a good amount of production and a decent amount of dust. Also, we can tile onto the anomaly there, which will give us extra happiness in our settlement. Happiness works very much the same way as it does in Civilization. So there we go, we're going to choose that as our first settlement, and let's get building a Founders Memorial. So the Founders Memorial, just a building which boosts your empire early on. And what I need to do is consolidate my forces and start checking out these ruins. We can search this ruin this turn, so I'm going to do that. We haven't found anything, unfortunately. And that's all for this turn. Let's end it there. And we need to pick a technology, of course. So we started with Empire Mint, plus 5 dust on city and plus 15% dust on city as well. Now, these improvements get really crazy into the late game. So it's very important that you pick the right ones for your settlement. I'm tempted in this case to go for the sewer system early on, because we are going to be going for settlements, like a lot of settlements. The Dust Lords very much like to win by expansion. That is their preferred win type. or win condition, and that requires you to basically control the majority of the land on Auriga, which is the planet which we are on. So anyway, yeah, let's end the turn there. I'll get my troops together and we'll go search this ruin. And here's our quest. So, a new beginning. The quakes and fires appear to be over. We lost a city and are now homeless. But we are strong and remain unbowed. The first step is to secure our new home, to found a city, build an army, and explore the ancient places. For our experience tells us this, if nothing else. The ancient ruins scattered across the map are a place of great knowledge, great wealth, and great danger. For all of those reasons, we must explore and exploit them. With caution, however, any place of great value will be guarded by creatures of great strength. We must not forget this. Exploration will also take their mind off our condition, and this new method for dealing with it. Dust is expensive and difficult to exploit, but this new way, this draining of living souls to sustain our own forms, it goes against who we are. It violates our principles, our honour. It is everything we have been fighting against, and yet it is easy. So, throughout the campaign, we will be following the quest line, and the narrative for the quest line in every faction is really, really strong. So I will be reading them out. Let's get this army together, and we'll search this ruin. I gave us 30 dust, nice. So at the beginning of the game, the heroes aren't great at exploring ruins, which is kind of annoying. But as you proceed, you can make them better at exploring ruins, and you get better stuff from the ruins, including stuff like quests and better resources and stuff. But we'll go over that when we come to it. Let's end the turn there, and we can explore the provinces next to us. So we are going to be skipping quite a few turns to begin with. This game is very slow to start. You can see we've come across our first enemy faction, the Goran. Well, they are a neutral faction, but the way in which neutral factions work in this game is they'll send out roaming armies that do attack you. So it might be worth me clearing out some of these villages so I can settle the new land here. So the Founders Memorial is finished. Let's buy some more population, and we'll pop out a new settler. I'll keep my guy on the move for now. Maybe we want to attack one of these settlements. Let's see what the balance bar is like. We do have the militia that are going to come to our aid, so that'll be nice. So we have 2 stalwarts and our hero against 2 minotaurs, and we have the militia as reinforcements from our settlement. So let's go ahead and fight this one manually. And you'll see how the battle mechanics work. So you can see that every unit in the army is represented singularly on the battlefield. And we have my stalwarts here and the enemy minotaurs. It's not an auto-resolve result, kind of like in Civilization. You actually have to play this out. So I am going to move my stalwarts across a bit, so that they can attack the Minotaurs in one turn and we can get rid of their charge bonus. So let's go ahead and give them some special orders at the beginning of the game here. Now unfortunately the Minotaurs are going to be quicker than me, which means they'll attack me first. You can see the fight order at the top there. My hero is the fastest, has the most initiative, so he'll be able to stop one of these from charging my guys. Let's launch and see what happens. So you can see the Minotaur there moved as far as it could to get the charge bonus. I think it can get a charge bonus. Actually, maybe not. I don't think Minotaurs have the charge bonus. They are cavalry though. So I'm going to keep the attack onto this Minotaur. Actually might send one of my militia to go and keep hitting that. Right, that will have to do. Let's continue on to the next battle phase. So you can see the attack success odds at the bottom here. They are used to determine how much damage you're going to do to the enemy unit. In that case, I got a nice 46 hit, which killed off that Minotaur. My stalwarts aren't doing much damage, but the good thing about them is they don't take much damage either. So with only one unit left, I'm not going to waste much time. Just let the battle phases continue. If we reach 6 phases of battle, the battle will end in a draw. The units that are left will survive. And that's basically it. And then you have to fight them again in the next turn. Each army can only attack once in a turn. And lovely. Nice critical hit there by my hero. It's going to make this an easy win. So what we've done there is destroy the Goran camp. And you'll see this come in handy when I put this settler in this new province, because what I'll be able to do is build a new village there, and that will assimilate the Goran into the settlement. Right, let's keep this guy on the move. Our units will heal over time, I think, or maybe not. I don't think the Dust Lords heal over time. But we'll just keep this going. Sewer system is complete. Found some more ruins to explore. We need to pick a new tech, so let's go for the aqua pulvistics so we can get the extra money from river and seas. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then what I can do with my borough is move it toward the sea, and then these 2 tiles. After I build the improvement, I'll get the extra money from, or dust from, sea tiles. Now I'm probably going to get the Empire Mint and sewer system first, and then I'll get the borough streets. I think I might actually go on that tile here. You'll see the city start to build up here. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I can actually get the sea and river improvements. I'm going to have to consider that when looking at this province here as well. Now if I zoom out, we do get like an overall world map. I really like how it looks. Each of these provinces have names as well, so you can see we founded in Ishimlaw, and we have Skathalm below us. All these sort of fans are anomalies, which hopefully will give us bonuses if we settle near them. They basically buff the tiles. So we're definitely going to go by this golden tree there. And we can probably make good use of these rumbling stones for the extra production, so that'll be awesome. So yeah, we'll likely settle down here amongst the anomalies. So that'll be really, really good for us. We managed to settle near one anomaly. Let's end the turn there. Search this ruin. This is the quest ruin. So going to ignore that. Now it seems we've bumped into a few anomalies here, so I'm just going to jump in and see if this was a better place to place my settlement. Or it would have been out of range of like the initial placement. So it's not too bad that we settled here, it's just that like this life tree is pretty nice for the extra approval. We've got the ruby cactus fields here for the extra dust as well. So yeah, I think we've done well where we placed it because of the river and the sea. All things to consider. Now we might be on an island, which could be annoying. Means we have to waste tech in getting the ability to move on sea. So I'm tempted to attack the Erysis, which are basically like giant snakes, but I don't think I really have enough soldiers to do that just yet. So what I'm going to do is just continue onward, and we'll have a look at these ruins. Couple of turns till our settler is finished. We need 50 more dust to buy another population. Now normally population comes from food, but because we are the Dust Lords, we buy our population with dust. Now this can get really, really strong in the late game, because when you have like so much dust, you can just boost your cities exponentially. It's pretty ridiculous. So yeah, let's explore where this is going. And it seems like we found a pretty good settlement site here. Let's end the turn. Get our settler out of the city here. And we can move him down to Skathalm. Now, moving the settler shouldn't be so much of an issue this early on. But we need to be careful that roaming armies don't take that out. That would be really, really bad. So, this is a dead end. We bumped into the Jotus in Dardagar. Going to have to walk my hero all the way back. Hopefully there will be more land mass the other side, because so far we haven't really done too well with our exploration. So really nice amount of production I can get here. So I'm probably going to settle right next to this mountain It's less than ideal because this tile won't give me anything because it is a mountain. But it's the best place I could settle as the Dust Lords. That's going to give me 29 dust per turn and 16 production, which is incredible for a settlement this early on. So yeah, we're going to take advantage of that. Looks like that's going to take one more turn. Get a new research underway. Now I think I might go for the open pit mines, and we'll get the alchemist furnace going as well, because we need to get our resources under control as soon as possible. You can see on the map, like the blue bit here is a titanium deposit. We have a glass steel deposit. We actually have two in our home province. That's really nice. Not really many resources in Scathown yet that we've discovered, but we do have dyes there that will increase our influence, which can give us bonuses to our nation. So anyway, let's continue. So you can see in the top left we do have a lot of menus, and I will be covering these as we go along. You can see this is our empire plan. We will be using that at some point. It gives us boosts and requires this star resource here in the top left. Basically that comes from owning settlements and expanding, so we should get that really quickly. Now, what I'm tempted to do here is buy out this Gurren settlement. Now that would cost too much. Okay, so we're just going to buy pop. And I'm going to get an empire mint in that settlement, along with the sewer system. And we can get another settler from there. So just continuing through the turns, doing really well so far. Our income is pretty good. Plus 64 dust per turn is really, really good. So you can see the imminent empire plan. Influence points are needed to implement critical policies. So we need to save those up. Not really using them at the moment, so they are just saving. We have a new quest added because we explored this ruin. Auriga is rich with resources, both natural and magical. Hieroglyphs on the ancient ruins indicate how luxuries can provide powerful bonuses to your empire above and beyond the wealth you can get from trading and exploiting them. So we need to build 2 extractors. That requires our technology. So just as well, I'm working on that. And we shall continue to the next turn. Empire mint finished there in Scathown. And we are on an island, I think. It's a pretty good island because it's desert. And we're getting a lot of dust from this. But at the same time, it's going to be a pain in the ass to expand. Maybe we can go up here. It looks like there is another province up above us, but that's going to mean my hero's going to have to wander all the way back in the opposite direction. So we have our sewer systems being built, and these are to increase our happiness in our settlements. And you can see that because they are happy, that increases the food output and production output. Obviously we don't use food, so that's redundant, but the extra production is really, really useful. So let's just continue this guy a bit further. Yeah, we can see that that's the edge there, so let's move back up towards our capital. I need to buy some more population. So we're going to get some population in our main settlement there. Might be worth attacking the Goran here in order to get another settlement that we can take over. So you can see I can build that one there, which I'm going to do. And if we attack this one, we can build another one here. We can also get these by other means, so by doing quests for them and stuff, but it's a lot slower. And I just found that, especially for the Dust Lords, it's much quicker if we just attack everything we come across. So the borough streets, they're going to be completing after the sewer system, and then after that we are going to want to get the dust dredger. So after healing up these units, let's attack. Oh, I can't. Why can't I attack this turn? Was that because I healed my hero? It might be. Okay, so we'll have to stay there for now then. Keep the turns rolling. And the Draken said that I'm a dignified and peaceful leader. Well, not quite sure where they're getting that from. We haven't attacked anyone yet, other than the neutral nations, but everyone does that. So let's do it again against these Minotaurs. Ready the battle and launch it straight away. Now the reason I am not going to auto-resolve this is mainly because there are mechanics in which if a unit dies next to my stalwarts, then they get health back, and I can take advantage of that if I don't go into the auto-resolve. So what I'm going to try and do here is try and focus this Minotaur because it's damaged. Although I might not be able to do that. Probably best we keep on the same target. I don't want to waste a turn with my hero because it does a lot of damage. Let's send this stalwart to attack the Minotaur. That will have to do. Oh wow, a critical hit. That's rather frustrating. If we lose this battle, I'd be rather annoyed. Oh, that is beautiful. 76 damage there. So I'm going to tell this stalwart to attack this Minotaur, because my hero should finish off the other Minotaur. There we go. I've really got to hope that this stalwart can stay alive. I'm going to need a critical hit, I think. If I tried to retreat this stalwart, the Minotaur could just chase it because it's cavalry. Well, actually, we can stop the Minotaur from attacking because it has to retaliate against my hero, so my hero can force it to attack it. Yeah, that's really awesome. Okay, so we are going to get away with this. That's great. So we didn't manage to take advantage of the on-death mechanic. But we did level up our units. Great. So if I jump into this tab, you can see I have my units in the top right. I can actually design new units entirely, and I can equip them with different items. So what I'm actually going to do at this point is equip them with the standard tier 1 armor. That will make them a bit stronger, gives them extra defense and extra health. And we can also give them, like, improved movement would be useful for the stalwarts. Although, if we come up against any range units, the iron ring would be good, because sharp sense decreases damage from range units. So maybe we should go for that instead. So yeah, I'm going to apply that, and you'll see that that'll make the stalwart 2. It just adds a number every time you edit it. And now my units are much stronger. So I have to pay to retrofit the army. It's going to cost me 83 for those 2 stalwarts. I'm not going to do it yet because I don't really need to. I'm going to instead invest the money in upgrading the population of one of my settlements. So here we're going to go for the extra production, and that will help us build the borough streets quicker. So our tech is fine. My hero's leveled up. I don't think I've actually signed any of his skills yet. So let's go for the Indiana Bones skill. Reduces by 10% the odds to loot nothing. So basically you're more guaranteed to loot something. So we're going to put 2 points in that. And then what I could also do is actually tech towards the search party, and that will add an extra 10% to that. I might not need it, but it's always good to get the bonus dust early on to boost my population in my settlements. But anyway, I am going to be keeping these episodes roughly around 30 minutes each, and therefore it has been my time. So hopefully you've enjoyed this introduction to Endless Legend. I really love this game, and I hope you guys will too. I hope I can show it off to the best of my ability, and although it is pretty slow to start, please bear with it because it does become quite complex and very interesting the later you get into the game, especially when we actually start exploring more and finding other nations. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. I have. I absolutely just love this game, like I've said numerous times. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.